Okay. Make it full screen.
All right. So,
Everyone wants to start off with some marching. Wait, my timer.
go.
For whoever's interested, we have our walking groups on the Friday mornings. That's where I was this morning at the National Art Gallery. I think it's a NOG. I think that's their acronym, but it was super fun. It was a very sunny day. There's lots of windows, but whoever wants to join the walking group, it's super fun. Awesome. Let's move to some side steps. Now we are ready. You can add in some arm swings as well. If you want, you could step a bit behind your back foot. Oh, I'm just widening my steps here. Awesome. And Alex is doing the harder version, so feel free to do what Alex is doing or what I'm doing. All right, if you have some space, you can take some shuffle steps up with your side steps. Shuffle steps back. All right, we'll move into some arm sweeps and leg taps here. And let's change these to overhead reaches here. Awesome. Let's do some butt kicks when you're ready. You can also add some arms to it for my version. Just reaching out and pulling in. Awesome, let's finish off with some high knees or knee taps at your own pace. Awesome job. When we're ready, we can move into some shoulder rolls. If you're still grabbing some water, no problem. Hop in when you're ready. Arms circles forward now. And I'll do some backward shoulder rolls, or just the opposite direction in which you were doing before. And we'll move into some backwards arm circles.
We are young, heartache to heartache, we stand. No promises, no demands.
Awesome.
Love is
Let's reach to the side and punch. Just the back of it. Give it your bottom foot when you're twisting. Awesome. For our next one, let's reach up high and slowly go down as far as you're comfortable with. No need to rush these exercises. Awesome. For our next one, I call it the open the gate, close the gate. So we're just pretending our leg is a gate and opening it, going around like so. Just trying to prepare our legs for some good exercise. So rotate your hips up and out. Feel free to grab onto a wall. Leave it. Now let's do the opposite with our hip and close the gate. Out to in. Let's move into some step backs with the same arm reach. So I'm stepping back with the same leg as my arms going back. Let's just finish off with some wrist rolling and ankle rolling. So I'm starting off with my wrist, going either which direction. And let's finish off with just rolling at our ankles. You can do this on the floor or in the air, support of the wall, whatever you need. Make sure to do both of your feet. Awesome. Awesome work. Feel free to grab a quick drink of water before we get started. So pretty much today, we have 4 rounds of exercises in total, 3 exercises per set. So for the first set of exercises, we're gonna need your resistance band. We're just gonna do bicep curls and side crunches. So our bicep curls, we lay our band on the floor, hold it in fist, facing the ceiling, and these are what our curls look like, what we usually do. And then we also have our side crunches. I usually fold my band in half, up on the one side of the band, and we're gonna let the band pull us down without lifting our arms. We're just gonna tilt our body back up. The third exercise, we're just gonna do some big skipping. We jump in the air like this. You can alternate feet skip, heel taps, whatever type of skipping you like. So feel free to grab your resistance band. We'll get started in under 10 seconds with our bicep curls. So I'm stepping in the middle of the band. 3, 2, 1. So we're going to do this for 60 seconds. Making sure that our elbows are nice and tucked into the sides of our body. Alex has these new resistance bands he's trying out. All right, we're past that halfway mark. Really, we're not really moving our elbows. We're in the exact same spot. We're just moving the lower half of our arms. And that's time for our curls. Our next exercise is our side crunches. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side. I'm going to fold my band in half and step on one side of it, holding the band nice and tight. I'm going to let the band pull me down and then come back up without using my arm to pull the band up. It's something like this. Awesome, let's switch sides. So the band's still folded in half. I'm stepping on the other side of it. And we're going to do the same thing. Let the band pull us down. And back up. Do your best not to pull the band up with your arm strength. It's sort of a core muscle exercise. Awesome, that's time for that. So we're gonna finish off with 30 seconds of our big skipping. So you can do double foot skipping. You can do this type of skipping where you alternate feet. Any type that you like. Awesome jump.
What you thinking? You think that you could be better off with somebody new? No, oh, baby, no. You say you're leaving. Well, if you wanna leave, there ain't nobody stopping you. No.
And time. Nice work. So we got one more set of this round of exercises. Grab a quick drink if you need one. When you come back from your break, we're going straight into our bicep curls. All right. We go back to our bicep curls. And we gotta do this for 60 seconds. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Again, my elbows are like pinned to my side, so they're not moving, it's just my lower forearm. Past that halfway mark. And when we do our bicep curls, we try to make sure our arms are moving at the same time. They're not like one arm's coming up before the other. So keep those arms in sync if you can. And time, nice work. So we're gonna move to our side crunches. I'm folding my band in half and I'm stepping on one side of it. Let's hold a nice grip on it and 30 seconds on each side. So Alex is doing a side plank on the floor, which I think is more challenging, but you're free to do either option. You can also bend your knees or straighten it. That changes the difficulty of the side plank. And 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides of our band. So I'm putting my band on the other side. And continuing right away. She asked me, what does it mean? The Gaelic ink on your arm said it was one of my friend's songs. Do you want to drink on? She took Jamie as a chaser, Jack for the fun. She got Arthur on the table with Johnny riding a shotgun. Nice job, almost there. Awesome, that's time for our side crunches. Our last exercise for this little round is our skipping. So let's go right into it, 30 seconds to go. Whenever we're jumping, we're always trying to land quietly. It's better for your knees, so don't try to land really heavy if you can. Awesome job, almost there. And time for the skipping. Nice job. Grab a quick drink of water if you need one. We're going to move on to our next round of exercises next. Again, there's 3 exercises. First exercise we have is our band pull aparts. So this is done with a resistance band. If you have one, holding it like so, out in front of you in the middle, we just pull our arms up to make a T position. This could also be done on a chair. I find this one's more challenging. Alex showed me it. You use your knee as an anchor point, and then with the band around the front of your knee, you pull it out like so. I think this one's harder. And you have to like lift up your leg. But the standing pull aparts are fine, but if you want to challenge yourself, feel free to do that seated version with the knee as your anchor. For our second exercise for this round, we're going to do our glute kickbacks. If you remember, if you have a wall nearby, it's best to do it on a wall or if you have a chair to lean on. So pretty much for this exercise, making a 90-degree angle with our knee here, like a square, you just kick back that much. Again, if you have a chair, I only have stools here, but if you're gonna lean forward on a chair, that would really help your balance. A wall is also good. We're gonna do our glute kickbacks. Tiny kicks for 30 seconds on each leg. I think that's the variation. I don't know if there's another variation Alex has. There's also, you can do it on the floor too. But I think the standing one should be good. Oh yes, a one-legged glute bridge. That also is very challenging. So our last exercise for that, we're just gonna do our skipping again for 30 seconds. So we'll go over this when we do it, but grab your bands for our band pull aparts. That's the one we'll be starting with. I'm gonna do the standing ones. Okay, we'll start our band pull-aparts for 60 seconds. The band's out in front of us, and we're just pulling to make a T position. Try to keep your arms at chest level if you can. There, about 15 more seconds to go. You might start feeling some warmth or burning in your shoulders, which is a good thing, hopefully. Awesome, that's time for our pull-aparts. So we're gonna go into our glute kicks. Again, you can do it while leaning on a chair in front of you or while leaning on a wall. All right. We'll start 30 seconds on each leg. So again, I have a 90-degree angle with my leg by bending my knee. I'm just driving my heel directly behind me. You don't need a lot of movement, it's just a tiny kick motion. For a single leg glute bridge, you can lie down on the floor like Alex is. One leg is bent, one leg is extended, and he's pushing off of his leg that's on the floor. That's why it's so difficult. So one leg exercise. All right, and that's time for the one leg. So switching legs, bending that knee, make that 90-degree angle, and drive your heel back. Do your best to keep the same shape of your leg. So my 90-degree angle is not really changing when I'm doing the exercise. Almost there. And time. Nice work. Let's finish off with our 30 seconds of skipping. Any type of skipping you want. Nice job. And time, nice work. We're gonna do the same exercises one more time, starting with our band pull-apart. So grab a quick drink of water if you need one. I'll do the seated version this time. We'll get started in about 10 seconds. So again, this can be done like just we did before in that standing T position. We'll be doing a different version this time. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. We're just pulling the band apart. Pretty much the one I'm doing, it just provides more resistance because it's a bit further away from me. All right, we're halfway there. Awesome job, 10 more seconds to go. And time, nice work. Our next exercise is our glute kickback. So again, grab your support item, whether it's a chair, whether it's the wall. Start, whenever you're ready. Let's do 30 seconds on each leg. Try to keep your legs in the exact same shape as when you start. Kicking back a little bit. Nice job. Keep it up. And time for that leg. Let's switch legs. Nice job. At any point you think it's not feeling right, definitely stop. You know what good and bad feels like. Good job. And time for that. Let's finish off with our 30 seconds of skipping. Whenever you're ready, any types of skipping that works for you. Good job. And time. Nice work. That was already 2 sets of our second round. We are halfway there. Good job, guys. All right, grab a quick drink of water if you need one. For our third round of exercises, we have chair squats, mountain climbers, and line taps. I think you guys might be familiar with that one. So no bands are needed, but if you have a chair, that'd be super helpful. Our chair squats, we simply squat down, how we usually squat. You can fully sit down and come back up, or you could just lightly tap the chair when you're doing your squat. That's a bit more challenging. And then of course, we have our regular body weight squat, which requires no chair. So those are your options for that one. Our second exercise is our mountain climbers. This is fun. Simply just bring our knee to the elbow or bring our knee as high up as we can. All right, our line taps. I mean, I'll demonstrate when we do it after, but you just jump in front and behind the line. So when you're finished with your water, let's prepare for our chair squats. We got 60 seconds, but we can do it. All right, let's start in 3, 2, 1. Any type of chair squat that works for you. When we do our squats, we want to have good posture. We don't want to be leaning forward too much. We want to make sure the power is coming from our legs. So try to keep your upper body face upwards. Also, your hands don't have to be out. Your hands can be however you like them. Go at your own pace. Don't try to match my speed. Don't try to match anyone's speed but yourselves. And time. Nice job for the chair squats. Next, we have our mountain climbers. Again, these can be done standing as I'm doing, or they can be done on the floor like Alex, which is much more challenging. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. So let's bring those elbows to our knees if we can, or as close as you can go. You got 60 seconds, so do your best. Nice job. Almost there. And time. Nice work. That was a long bit. All right, so for our line taps, Or pretend you have a horizontal line in front of you. You just take like 2 steps over it, 2 steps behind that line. You can jump 2 foot in front, which is the harder one, or you can just do the single leg. All right, so I'm gonna start. We're gonna do 30 seconds of line taps. Again, just pretend there's a line in front of you. 2 foot forward, 2 foot back. Yeah, like Alex is doing, I like myself. Jump. At any point you need a break, feel free to take one. We're gonna go for 10 more seconds. And time, nice work. I feel like that round was a bit harder than the other rounds, but feel free to grab a quick drink of water. We're gonna do that set one more time. Good job. Again, when we hop back in, we're gonna go to our chair squats. Again, if you don't need a chair, you don't have to use one. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you have that chair there, you're taking the full seat down into the chair and coming back up. Try to use your leg muscles instead of leaning on your legs to push up. Let's keep our posture nice and straight. And you can tap the chair if you don't want to do a full chair squat. And eventually you work your way up to a squat without a chair. Almost there, about 10 more seconds to go. And time, nice work. Our next exercises are mountain climbers. This can be done standing or on the ground. I'm doing the standing version. We're just bringing our elbows to our opposite knee. And we'll do 60 seconds, we got this. Nice job, keep it up. Ten more seconds. And time, nice work. Our last exercise is our line taps. This round. Again, pretend you have a line in front of you. You can either 2 foot jump in front of it, or what I do is 1 foot, 1 foot. Start in 3, 2, 1 for 30 seconds. Go at your own speed. You don't have to match my speed. This is what I call fancy footwork. Awesome! Time, nice work. Grab a big drink of water if you'd like one. We have one more round of exercises to go. All right, so the next exercise that we have, I think it's a new one to this group, maybe not, maybe so. It's called a hip abduction. So that's pretty much keeping our legs straight. You can lean on a wall. We're bringing our leg out, back. The goal of this exercise is to keep your legs straight while doing it and when you lean, you don't want to lean your whole body to the side. You want to stay as straight as you can and just move your leg. Another way to make it a bit more challenging is don't let your leg touch the ground. So keep that leg hovering over the floor when you're bringing it back. But feel free to put your leg down. So we're going to do 30 seconds of those on each side. Again, feel free to grab the wall for balance. That is our first exercise. Our second exercise is our chest press with our band. So the band goes behind us. Fist facing forward. We do push the band up in front of us like so. And then our last exercise is just our line taps like the other round. All right, so we'll get started in about 10 seconds. We're gonna do our hip abductions. So have a wall, get that ready. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. So all I'm doing is bringing that leg out, keeping it straight, and bringing it back. Do your best not to fall over by leaning to one side too much. Awesome job. And time for that leg. Let's switch legs. Doing my best to keep my legs straight, keeping my balance. We're just bringing our leg out. Pad, coming back. Hover that leg over the ground if you'd like. I'll just place it down when we get back to center. Good job, almost there. Awesome, and that's time for both legs. I always feel those ones here. Feels great. So next, let's do a chest press. So grab your bands. So wrap that behind our backs. 2 fists facing forward. We'll do 60 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Then I come back to center. I make sure my elbows are nice and tucked to my sides. I'm pushing. It's a 45-degree angle. If this is 90. Going a little upwards. Job. Almost there. And time. Nice work for the chest press. Last exercise, we have our line taps just like our previous round. Have that invisible horizontal line in front of you. We'll start. Whenever you're ready, 30 seconds. Just tapping any type of pattern you like. Can also be 2-foot jumps. If you want to do that version. And time, nice work. We have one more round of those exercises. So again, we started with our hip abductions. So grab a quick drink of water if you need one. Then grab your wall or chair or any support system that you're going to be leaning on. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1. So again, keeping that leg straight, hovering it over the ground if you'd like. We're just trying to kick it out slowly and controlled. Back. Thank you. Good job. Let's switch legs. 30 seconds more. Good job. Almost there. And time. Nice work. We have our chest press next, so grab your resistance band if that's what you're using for this exercise. And we're just going behind our backs, 2 fists facing forward. And we'll start whenever you're ready. Hop in. Good job. And we're going a little bit on an upward angle for my variation. Good job. Almost there. And nice work. Our last exercise, we have our line taps once again. This is the final exercise. So give it your all. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Any type of tapping pattern in front and behind that line. In 3, 2, 1. Nice work. All right, grab a quick drink of water, and when you're ready, we'll head into our cool down. Okay. All right. Whenever you're ready, we'll start off with a wall stretch. So if you have a wall nearby, what we're gonna do is lie our arm across that wall. I have a window here. We're gonna like turn away from your wall. You feel it in your shoulder. If you're still getting water, that's fine. Just hop in whenever you're ready. All right, I'm gonna switch my arms that I'm stretching here. And we're just laying the arm across the wall and then turning away from the wall. Awesome. For next exercise, we're just gonna put our arm across our body and pull that arm nice and close to you. Try to keep your arm straight if you can. Oh, it's a great workout. All right, let's switch arms. One arm's going across and you're pulling that arm towards you. All right. We're gonna do a slight lunge. The goal of this lunge is to keep your back leg completely straight and your heel on the ground. So I'm gonna take one step back with one of my legs, keeping that heel on the ground and feet facing forward. I'm gonna slightly bend my front knee. Nothing crazy, just a stretch for your hip flexor here. So keep that back leg straight and just lean forward a tad.
All right, let's switch sides. So now I'm stepping back with my other leg. Keep that back leg completely straight and keep that heel on the ground. And slightly just move forward with your front knee here. Awesome. And if you have a chair, you can sit down on a chair. This one's called the figure 4 stretch because we're making the number 4 with our legs. So with both feet on the ground, let's put one of our feet on our knee if you can. If you can't, maybe just cross your legs like so. So once your leg is on here, we're just going to gently push your knee away from yourself. So I'm kind of pushing my knee down. If your legs are crossed, you can keep that bottom leg straight and just push down gently on your thigh here. Awesome, let's switch legs. So again, I'm just putting one of my ankles onto my knee, or my leg is straight and it's below. I'm just gently pushing my thigh away from myself. Good. Awesome, let's finish off with the hamstring stretch. So if you're still seated, just straighten one of your legs. What we're gonna do is try to keep our back as straight as we can and no hunching. We're gonna just aim to point towards your ankle. So what we don't wanna do is this. We wanna keep our back super straight and just reach towards our ankle. It can also be done standing. Let's go. If you have a chair, feel free to sit. Awesome job. Let's switch legs. So I'm straightening again one of my legs here, keeping my back straight, no hunching. I'm gonna reach towards my ankle. All I gotta do is reach, you don't have to touch it. Again, standing, look like this. Awesome, and that's time. Nice work.